Hello and welcome back to a new video. So for this video I'm going to write the whole short story, so you are going to follow along while I'm starting this project and when I'm finishing this project. I mean the first draft of it. So one of the publishing houses that I'm looking into, they are hosting a short story contest and I am going to write a short story for that contest. So it's historical paranormal romance and I have just finished setting up my Scrivener, so I have all the scenes because I'm working with 4 scenes because the short story is going to be very short. I have it organized as chapters, but they are essentially scenes and shorter scenes, of course. And then I have scene cards already, so I can fill those out, and I already know everything that's going to happen. I already know the characters, the event that's going to happen, and I will bring them together in the end. So that's what I will be doing in this video, because yesterday, I sent out the first 3 chapters of my fantasy novel, which I have been calling Toxic Portals. It now has a title. I don't know if I will keep this title, but as of now, the English translation is Gods of Rot and Ruin. I have had some mixed feelings from the people around me on that title, so it may change in the future. I don't know. I have my glasses on because I'm going to go outside and sit and write, but I just wanted to talk to you a bit before that because I have done my research. I have picked names for my 2 characters. I made it a little bit tough for myself because I have 2 characters. The main character is called Victoria. She is from Sweden, where I am from, and she is going somewhere and there she meets this guy who is from South Korea, and it was really tough for me because it's an short story. It was really tough for me to find historical Korean names, so I don't even know if the names that I picked are the correct one. I tried googling if those names were common in the time period or if people were actually called that in that time period. But now I have his surname and his last name because the surname is always pronounced first and written first. So I have that name, and now I have to Google how Korean ships used to look like in the 1500s or 1600s or something. So that's actually what I will be doing right after I talk to you now. And then I will go out and sit on the patio and I will write. Today it's the 8th of July and it's actually NANOWRIMO, so hopefully this vlog will be up in July, so maybe this will be my Camp NaNoWriMo vlog. And I think that, I will not write 50,000 words for this short story. I think maximum will be 10,000 words depending on how many signs. Is that how you call it? In Scrivener it counts both words and the signs, comma, a dot. You know what I'm talking about. So it's 50,000 signs is the maximum, and I think that I checked in my latest project 50,000 signs was about 10,000 words. So hopefully I will be able to do those 4 scenes. And I have never really written a short story before, because when I have written a short story it has been for school, and then we just was handed the assignment and they said write a short story, put the characters on the spot, begin in an action, fast-paced, not a big story, just an event. But for this one I'm focusing on that because we will be dropped into an event, but at the same time I'm focusing a lot on the different scenes, and I'm focusing on different emotions for each scene, what I want to tell with the scene, how the characters will react, and then hopefully I will be able to build a short story and build a connection between these 2 characters, because it is a romance and I don't really think I'm that good at writing a romance in a, big book sense. So this will be interesting to say the least. But okay, I'm gonna show you how I've set up my Scrivener. Okay, so here's the manuscript. Here's the 4 different scenes. I don't really want to spoil anything. Here I have the templates. So here I have scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, and I haven't really filled those out yet, but I am going to. And then if I go here, it starts with the storm. Here is how my mood board / inspiration board looks like, and I'm just gonna do that. So here's my inspiration. As you can see, pirates, romance, the sea, traveling. That's my whole inspiration for this book, or this short story. So I guess that I will start writing now after I looked that up with the ships and everything. I had a plan of finishing this book this week because it's week 27. I am going to start editing my manuscript number 2, which I talked about before this. Okay, so I had to cut off because I didn't have enough space on my phone to film. But what I was saying was that I want to finish this week, because next week hopefully I'm going to start editing my second novel, Gods of Rot and Ruin, because next week hopefully I'm going to start editing more chapters, because I have already edited 3 chapters and those went out to beta readers yesterday. But next week I'm focusing only on editing my second book and sending more chapters out to beta readers. So I want to finish this week, and today's Thursday, so I have today and tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday, so hopefully I'm going to finish. You know, I only have 9,000 to 10,000 words, and if I, you know, write a lot, I will be able to do that. So that's just my little update. I'm currently trying to download some videos on my computer, which I had on my phone, which took up too much space because I couldn't film anymore. So okay, now I'm actually going to write. Hi, hello, it's the next day. So it's Friday the 9th of July. So I started this project yesterday and I have come a long way. I have been focusing on writing this project like only for yesterday and today. All in all, I have written 5,056 words, and I think I wrote about 2,000 yesterday, about 2,300, because today I have written 2,768 words, and I'm about to hit 30,000 signs. I'm currently at 28,000, and I've actually written 3 whole scenes, and I have 2 scenes left to write. I am on scene 4, and I have written 1,300 words on that scene, but I have like 2 more points I want to hit in this scene. And both of those have to do with like traveling, so I want to see 2 places in this scene, I guess. And then I have one last scene, which is the last romantic scene between the 2 characters, as you might have, you know, caught up on. I have 5 scenes now, and I started this project with 4 scenes, but yesterday when I was going to bed I came up with this new scene, which is the middle scene, because I knew that if I didn't have this scene, the story wouldn't take that much time and the relationship development wouldn't have been as detailed as I wanted it to be. So the third scene really worked as a relationship development thing. 5,000 words. I was aiming at 3,000 words / 4,000 words more. So right now I'm really happy with the outline of my short story, the scenes, what is represented in each scene, what emotions I want to show, and what events are going to happen and everything. And right now I like how the story progresses between the scenes and between the characters and everything. I think it's going to work because I am building up now to the romantic scene in the end. And it's not going to be like steamy in any way, but I don't think that this is the right short story for that kind of romance. I want to leave on a hopeful note. That is the whole like essence of this story, like hope and dreams and, you know, everything like that. So I want to end it on a hopeful note, not just for my main character, but for the relationship as well. And I think that how I have been setting up the short story as of yet, I think I am building up to a great jumping off point in the end of short story. And I hope that when I send this out to beta readers, that's what I will be looking at, how the relationship progresses, how I build up my characters. Because one thing that I have been noticing is that I don't describe as much in the short story as I usually do when I write like a book or a chapter in a book. For example, I don't think I even, you know, wrote in the text which hair color my main character Victoria has, what eye color or what body type or anything, because that is not important. So I don't really know how to feel about that. I have described the other main character or the love interest. I have described him, like I have described the room, and I have described the ship and everything, because that is essentially my world building in this story. So I have described that, but like, is it really important to know what my main character looks like? Is it important? I don't know. I guess that is something that I will also have to ask my beta readers in the future. So I think that I am going to finish writing my 4th scene. Like I said, I have 2 points to go, 2 places to visit, and I don't think that I will be spending so much time on that. So maybe 700 more words will be this scene, and then I will be about 6,000 words or something like that. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. What will be the interesting part of this writing experience is knowing what my readers think of this short story, if I manage to convey the right emotions, if I manage to actually write a successful short story. I don't know that because I have never written a short story really before, so I think I will talk to you guys again tomorrow when I am hopefully finishing this short story. So it's only a couple of hours later, but I actually think that I have finished my book, or finished the short story. So I am almost done reading through the whole short story after finishing the last sentence and the last scene. It definitely did take me a short amount of time to write this short story because it is only 6,768 words and 37,394 signs. So it is shorter, and so it only took me 2 days, and I have written today I have written 4,480 words, and I don't usually write this much, but I wanted to get this short story done because tomorrow I'm not gonna write anything, and then on Sunday or Monday, I haven't decided yet, I'm going to start revising and editing my second manuscript because I'm sending it out to beta readers. So the whole of next week I'm going to only focus on that, and I wanted to get the first draft of my short story done, and I did that. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm about halfway through my read-through of the short story, and I think that the first half is great with like the build-up, and then I don't really know how I'm going to feel now, because there is a lot of like magical aspects to the story because it is paranormal. My main character hasn't been a part of anything magical before, and therefore the other character kind of has to explain certain things that is happening to her, and I don't know if it's too much explanation through dialogue or through her seeing new things, or if I should like make it so that the magical elements are not that many. I guess maybe I should cut them down a bit, but that is definitely a question that I will ask my beta readers when they are reading this, because I don't know if you're watching this, Lindsay, from Lindsay Puckett's AuthorTube channel. I don't know if you're watching this, but I recently watched your beta reading video and how you did the Google Forms, that's how we call it, Google Forms, and I have done that for my beta reading for my fantasy manuscript, but I haven't done that for this yet, but I will be doing that because I think it's a great concept, and I will definitely be doing that for every single project that I have, because then I can tailor my questions to fit my story, and I can really question them on some things that I'm not certain about in my project, like for example if there's too much information written in the dialogue, or if something happens too quickly or too slowly. And I actually think that I may not be saying that I have completed NaNoWRIMO or like won NaNoWRIMO, but I have definitely participated, and I am really happy with what I've written, like 6,000, almost 7,000 words in 2 days. I'm over 4,000 words a day. I am going to take a break from looking at the computer. I'm going to watch either YouTube or Netflix because I'm obsessed with K-dramas. I'm currently watching Startup on Netflix. If you're interested, I have watched Crash Landing on You, 10 out of 10, would recommend. I loved it. I have watched it 2 times, and then I watched It's Okay Not to Be Okay, which I also loved. I adore the cast of that show. They are amazing. And now I'm watching Startup because it was on Netflix and I wanted a fun, inspiring kind of K-drama. And then I think I'm going to watch The King, Eternal Monarch next. And I don't know if you're interested in K-dramas or hearing me talk about K-dramas, but that's what I have been obsessed with besides writing and reading and everything like that. But I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, because I certainly enjoyed filming it and bringing you along on this journey. Leave a like, a comment, let me know what you are working on right now for Camp NaNoWRIMO in July, and I will talk to you guys again in the next one. And also, I think that the next writing video you'll see from me is the revision process of my first book, and that will be the only revision, like manuscript revisions, that you'll see from me this year, I think, because I will not be filming the revisions that I will be doing next week. I need to be working on that, like only that, because I'm going to send it out to publishers in September. So yeah, I don't know how I thought about that, but like there's some underlying circumstances that makes me need to do this. So anyway, the last thing I want to say is subscribe, because I post a new video every week, every Thursday, and if you're like me and like writing and like reading, you should definitely follow my channel, because I talk about both here on my BookTube AuthorTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!